Well, welcome in. Welcome to the kitchen. If you're new, I'm so glad you decided to join us. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you like me, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, really helps out tremendously. And leave me some comments. It's like Christmas morning when I get comments. I just get so excited. But today I want to talk to y'all about, before we get started, about what we do in the South when a neighbor, church member, friend passes away. We feed them, take casseroles, jello salads, all kinds of things. And even if you don't want to cook or can't cook, don't have time to cook, whatever, take them a bucket of chicken. That's always a welcome thing. It's easy. You can pick it up and eat it with your fingers. Foods like that, where you've got people coming and going and family members at all hours. You don't sit down to a structured meal a lot of times. And it's just easy to have something that you can grab when you're hungry. And a lot of times there's a lot of family members coming from out of town, all kinds of things. And the bereaved do not feel like standing in a kitchen and cooking. Okay, that's just the bottom line. They don't feel like standing there cooking a big meal and entertaining people. So as neighbors and friends, we try to help out with that. So we had a neighbor pass away, and so I'm going to take some food or send some food. My husband will take it over there. I'm going to make a big pasta salad because that's quick and easy. And my pasta salad is basically a meal in itself because I add 3 meats to it, all kinds of vegetables, and it keeps for 2 or 3 days in the refrigerator, and you can eat on it just whenever. And I'm going to make some cheese bread, a traditional Armenian or Georgian, it's Georgian, I don't know that it's Armenian, it's Georgian cheese bread from the country of Georgia, not the state of Georgia. I'm going to try to pronounce it and then I'll spell it for you. Khachapuri, Khachapuri. And it is a bread that traditionally they fill with cheese and butter and then crack an egg on top of it and finish baking it. You can put meat mixtures in them. You can put sweet jellies and sesame seeds and things like that on it. You can do all kinds of things with it. So we're going to make that bread, and I'm just going to put some cheese on it so they can have it. You can dip it in like your favorite sauce, just like cheese sticks. It's really good that way. And I'm going to make some sort of a dessert, probably a dump cake, because that's quick, that's easy. I can pop that in the oven in 5 minutes in an aluminum foil pan. All this stuff, trust me, you want to send everything in a throwaway pan because you don't want them to have to worry with getting your dishes back, okay? So, first we're going to start with our bread because it needs to rise about 1.5 hours. And while it's raising, we will get our pasta salad done. And I did cook my pasta last night, so it's been in the refrigerator cooling. It's just a box of macaroni noodles and a box of spiral noodles. It's already been cooked. And then we'll get our cake together, throw it in the oven, then we'll come back and finish off our bread. Okay, so this is going to be kind of a long video, but you all get to see what I'm fixing to take to a neighbor that's had a death. Okay, so let's get started. I'll move y'all over here, turn you around so you can see the bowl. Can y'all see down in the bowl? All right, there we go. First off, we've got our milk and our water. You need 1/2 cup of warm water, and 1/4 cup of warm milk. And I'm doubling this, so I have a cup of warm water and 1/2 cup of warm milk. There we go. And to that, I'm going to add 1/2 tablespoon of yeast. Okay. I'm just going to let that kind of do its thing there for just a few minutes. I should have done that and then finished talking to you, shouldn't I? But mercy me, I don't always do things the way I should. I need a half a teaspoon of sugar. And there it is. And I needed a whole teaspoon of sugar. Called for a half. Okay, there's a whole teaspoon of sugar and a whole teaspoon of salt. Lynn, we got any more time? Okay, and here's our teaspoon of salt. All right, now then, we need a tablespoon of oil, and they traditionally would use sunflower oil, olive oil, something like that. But I don't have a flavored oil, so I'm just going to use my canola oil, vegetable oil, corn oil, whatever. Y'all notice I'm putting all these liquid ingredients in here just like this, right into this bowl, right like this. And you need an egg, so I will need 2 eggs I have out here. All right, now then, you will also brush the edges of this before you, I hope y'all can see me, I think you can. Let's get y'all back a little bit. You'll brush the edges of this with an egg before you get ready to bake it. And all right, there we go. Y'all know me, I use my apron to wipe my fingers on. All right, let me grab out the dough hook here. My daughter made a cake. I was out of town, and she didn't get this all wiped off so good. So let me wipe that off. There we go. All right, now I'm going to mix this around just a little bit with that dough hook. Then you need 8 cups. No, I need 4 cups of flour. Okay? I'm going to mix this up good. And you know, they do it all by hand, you all. Everything they do is by hand. They just take their, they don't measure, they just take their, all right, now then, I'm going to start and add about 2 cups of flour. And y'all know I'm going to scoop it and then dust it off. But they do it all by feel. They've made it so much that that's just the way they do. Okay, there's 2. I'm going to start this to going again. And then we'll get the 3rd one ready. Y'all, I'm using bread flour because this is a bread. But use all-purpose flour or bread flour, either one. It's just fine. There's 3. I'm going to go ahead and add the 4th one. All right, there we go. Like I said, y'all, they do everything by hand. And this would traditionally be cooked in a wood-fired oven outside, which I do not have, nor would I know how to use if I did have one, although I'm trying to get my husband to build me one, just so I can learn how to do it. And I can say I know how. I like to learn new things. I don't know about you all, but I do. I like to learn how to do new stuff. See how it's starting to incorporate there. It'll pull all that flour in off the sides as it needs. And it'll just knead away here. And then you let this raise for about an hour and a half. Let's run it on 2. There we go, it's on 2. See how it's coming together? And we may have to add another little sprinkling of flour because they normally do when they're kneading it. And we may have to. So I'll get us out another tablespoon or 2. Just a couple of tablespoons here. But we're going to need this for quite a while, maybe 5-10 minutes. And then I believe it's going to need just a little bit more. Actually, I'm going to get a spoon. There we go. Now, see, I put that 1 little tablespoon of flour in there, half a tablespoon, teaspoon, whatever. And it's really coming on together here. And it will literally clean every bit of this off. And then you want to put it in an oiled bowl. I will take this out, pick it up, roll it around in my hands. The main kneaders in the bowl, you all. And you want it oiled all the way around really good. And then like I said, you let it raise for about an hour and a half. Y'all stay with me on the channel. I'm going to try some other Middle Eastern dishes, traditional Middle Eastern dishes. Some dumplings that are baked. That I just think look lovely, beautiful, delicious. Some are dumplings, some are just like meat-filled little pockets of bread. I do want to make some baklava. I've always loved that. And I want to try my hand at it. So I will bring y'all on here with me and we'll give it a whirl. And it may not turn out. And it may. But we're going to give it a try. This recipe I have made before. And like I said, it is really good. And the dough's coming together real well. I want to make some more, not so much Southern traditional foods, which we'll do much more of that, but some from other countries. Oh, it's starting to really get rough here. This will be a real soft dough, but it will be a real pliable, elastic dough. Okay. Take these out. Okay, can y'all see down in my bowl maybe a little bit? All right, I'm just going to oil this up good and set it over here for an hour and a half. Just want it all covered good. And then I'll take y'all over here and we'll start on our cake. All right, there we go. All right, just a minute. I'll take you across. Okay, we're back over here. We're going to make our cake now. We're going to make a dump cake. That's what it sounds like, dump cake, because you're going to dump it all in this pan right here. Using an aluminum foil pan, you don't want them to have to return stuff. So I got 2 cans of cherry pie filling. Let me get a spatula. And we're going to dump it in. There's one. And there's 2. I'll spread that around good. Get all the goodie out of there. There we go. Now then, cake mix. Any kind of cake mix. This just happens to be a yellow cake mix, because that happens to be what I have in the pantry. Oops. All right. And we're going to just dump this across here. You do not stir this up. Here we go. The whole cake mix. Just like this. Kind of spread it out evenly right there. 1 stick of melted butter or a 1/2 cup. Just want to drizzle that across here just like this. Okay. Now then, I'm going to add some almonds. Just because I think it'll be good. If I can get the lid off of them. These are sealed. Let me get my opener. It'll be a cherry almond dump cake. Just a few across the top there. All right, that's all there is to that. And then we're going to bake it in the oven until the top is nice and brown and lovely. And I'm going to put this on another pan because I don't want it to do this when I get it out of the oven. Here we go. Now I'm going to pop this in the oven at 350 degrees. And we'll see it when it gets done. Now I'm going to get out the stuff to finish our salad. All right, now I've got an orange, a red, and a yellow pepper. We're going to get these. I'm going to use the larger one today. All righty, we'll just start right here with these peppers. About to forget our tomatoes, y'all. I'm going to get them here. Okay, y'all, here goes our pasta. Boom, right in there. Take my hands and kind of crumple it up a little bit. Here. good and cold, so this salad will be good and cold. Okay. Like I said, this was just swirly noodles and elbows that I cooked last night, so they would be good and cold. All right, let me get our stuff out to make our dressing. Okay, for our dressing, we need mayonnaise, we need buttermilk, and we need the restaurant style Hidden Valley Ranch for buttermilk. And for this, I'm going to use more mayonnaise than buttermilk. It calls for 1 cup of mayonnaise and 1 cup of buttermilk that I'm going to use. I'm going to make 2 packages. So I'm going to use 1 cup of buttermilk and 3 cups of mayonnaise. I got 1 cup and 1/4 of buttermilk. And then because we want this to stick to our stuff and not just run off, so I'm making it thicker. Okay. Okay. And I'm going to use 3 packages of dressing mix because I want a little extra flavor. Okay. For a salad this big. You all would probably not make a salad this big because this part of this is going and part of it's staying. Okay. Okay. That's mixed up there good, and we're just going to dump this on here and stir it up some, and then we'll see if we need to add some more. Okay. Tastes good. I'm going to use this great big spoon here. I'm just going to start stirring just like this. Just like this. Easy. Easy as she goes. You can put onions in this. You can put broccoli and cauliflower in this. Be careful not to get too much dressing on it. You want to have enough to coat it, but you don't want it swimming. believe we're going to need just a little bit more. Okay. Yeah, because part of it's still dry there. Now then, we're getting it. All right. Oh, and I forgot one more thing. I forgot our bacon. Let me grab it out and get it ready. Y'all know I like to use this. It's real bacon crumbles, and I stick them in the microwave and crisp them up so they taste fresh. Here again, aluminum foil pan. When you're taking food somewhere, these are your friend. Now this is one of the easiest things to make if you've got to feed a crowd. And this is a pretty large family. Okay, we're going to put this on top now. Since we didn't get it mixed in, we'll just sprinkle it on here. Just like that. Instead of it, I'll just dump in there. All right, let me get this cleaned up. I'll be back. We'll finish up our bread. Okay, y'all, we're back. Look at my dough. Doesn't that look pretty? Oh, it feels so yummy. Yummy, yummy. All right, now then, I have turned our oven up to 425. I'm just going to toss this around here a couple of times. And then I'm going to put it out in smaller portions that I can work with. Now, I don't want to make these boats real big. So I'm just going to roll this around here on our hands a little bit. Make a nice ball. Okay, y'all, here we go. We're just going to roll these out. Get my rolling pin. I tend not to get everything out. Y'all know that. Just going to roll them out just like this. Turn them. Roll them out fairly thin. You want them to be, if you're going to make the traditional boat shapes, you want them to be oblong. About like that right there. Can y'all see that? About like this right here. And then what you do is you start rolling in the edge, just like this. I hope y'all can see what I'm doing. Just rolling at the edge, just like that. Rolling over the edges. Just to make a, and then you turn it and you do the other edge. Because you want it to have an edge to hold your cheese or your meat filling or whatever it is you're putting in them. And then you bring this up together on the ends, just like that. See? It's got an edge to it. This is a real soft dough. Okay, now then, you put some cheese on it. Here's our cheddar. Put some cheddar cheese in it. just like this. And then you want to put some mozzarella cheese on top. And then you want to put some butter, okay? Just like this. Just a few little pieces of butter. I tried to chop that butter up. Okay, there's our butter. Now then, we're going to put them over here on our parchment run baking dish. All right, let's do us another one. I want to keep the flour up in here good so that they don't stick. I want y'all to look at this dough. It's just a wonderful dough. Okay, now then. This one, see, it's going to be just a little bit bigger. That's okay. You can make them any size. I'm just going to start rolling it. And I'm probably going to roll it a couple of times. And we'll turn it. Come back down this side. And pinch them together. Right like that. Pinch the edges together. Go in with some more cheddar cheese. And some mozzarella cheese. If I had two different colors, we'd know how much of each one we had on here, wouldn't we? And a couple little pieces of butter. All right, move this one over. Okay, let's get us another one. Okay, now here we're going to rub the edges with just a beaten egg. No water or milk or anything added to it, just an egg that was beaten up, and that will help them to brown and be real crispy on the edges and delicious. You don't want to leave that step out. Okay, y'all, well, we're back. Here's some of our bread. Look at it. Doesn't that look yummy, yummy? Cheese bread. Oh my goodness, y'all, this stuff is absolutely delicious. Like I said, I'm fixing this to send across the street, so we're not going to eat it. But I'm going to end this video for right here. Just be mindful of people in your neighborhood. If they do have a death, or someone's in the hospital, or there's a new baby, or anytime you need to take food, always remember the first rule: take it in something they don't have to return, because that's just one more thing. They're like, if I have to get your dishes back, just take them now. Remember that. Remember to take things that can be eaten at, you don't have to sit down at a table to eat a hot meal, especially in the summer months. Take a salad of some sort. Jello salad's always welcome, as well as a bucket of chicken if you don't cook. But in the South, we feed each other. We make sure everybody's fed. That's one thing that we do. And so just remember those things. And remember to like, share, subscribe, comment, ring the bell for notifications. That'll be all for this one. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.